Here is the real stuff that happens when you start trying to fix the bad things in your life, even if they're your own fault. So the first thing that's going to happen when you try to fix bad stuff in your life is that people around you are going to start to ask questions. Now, this is collectively known, if you've never heard the term, as crabs in a barrel. And what are crabs in a barrel? Now, if you've ever been to a fisherman's wharf, there's a big barrels full of fish all over the place, and one of them is going to have crabs. And the crab barrel doesn't have any top on it, and all of the crabs in there can climb out. Now, why aren't the crabs able to crawl out of the barrel? It's because as soon as one crab gets a half an inch higher than the others, all the other crabs who are trying to climb out themselves are going to grab onto his legs and pull him down so that they can get out a half an inch higher. And over it goes hundreds of times throughout every day. The crabs in the barrel analogy is important because as humans, we do this too. We see somebody else doing better than us, and the automatic human nature for a lot of people is to question why they're able to do something that we're not, and to try to pull them down or to put them down. So the first thing that you're going to have to tell yourself if you're trying to improve something in your life is that people are going to try to pull you down and get in your way. What's the solution to this? The solution is to get very clear on your goals and very clear on how to achieve them. So sit down, write out your goal, and write out the steps to achieve it below, and then get a single-minded purpose to chase after your goal no matter what is happening. That will allow you to put off the things and put blinders on to not have to deal with the nonsense that you're going to find from other people. Because remember, people want you to do good in life, but they don't want you to do better than them. That's what happens. Second thing that happens when you try to better yourself in life is all of a sudden you start to get all kinds of weird obstacles that will come in your way. Now you wonder, like, you didn't even have these obstacles before. Why are they all of a sudden popping up? Well, it's because you're trying to make a change and you're trying to get to a different level. So these obstacles will come. Now, if you listen to a lot of people that are very successful, I listen to a lot of podcasts for people like Joe Rogan, Brad Leah, all these people that are Gary Vee, all these people that are talking about how to level up your life and how to move up and get past things. And one of the things that you'll start to hear from these people repeatedly, if you pay attention and listen, is that they're actually grateful when they have a hardship that they have to overcome, because they feel it makes them even tougher. It makes them have an understanding of how to get past things. So when bad things happen in your life, don't necessarily look at it and say, this is something really bad that's just going to stop me or put me off from what I'm doing. Go, okay, so this is what happened. This is how I got to go around it, or this is why I got to go through it, or whatever I have to do. And the funny thing about this is that they're actually right. I've experienced this myself. Once you come out of a tough period and you make it through to achieve your goal, when you look back, you're going to figure out that the hard stuff that you had to go through to move you up to the next level actually formed your character to be able to live at that next level and sustain it. Now, the next thing that will happen whenever you try to level up your life is you're going to lose friends and you're going to lose family members, and you're going to lose relationships that don't support the new level that you're at. So whether that be a significant other relationship, a friend's relationship, or a family relationship, people don't like change. We're not creatures that really like or appreciate change. So when you have change happen, people are used to perceiving you in a certain way. And when you get single-minded, people that put you off your goals, you're going to start to naturally spend less and less time with them and give them less and less attention in your life. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have friends that aren't healthy and you're trying to get healthy. Let's say you have friends that smoke or drink or do substances. Those things are not on your path and your journey to your goals. So you're going to stop spending time with them as much and stop giving them attention. Now, they're going to notice that and feel you pull back from them, and that's going to cause them to be like, why are you trying to act brand new? Why are you trying to act like you're special? You don't care about your friends, your family, your relationship anymore? No, I'm single-mindedly trying to work towards and achieve my goal. And this is just something that happens. If you listen to really successful people, what you're going to find, guys, is that their circles are small. And, you know, there's an old saying that the people that you spend the most time with, the 5 people that you spend the most time with, are going to have the biggest effect on how successful you are. If you spend a ton of time with 5 millionaires, you're going to be the sixth millionaire. If you spend 5 people's time with people that aren't successful, that are bums, that are just losers, that sit around and do nothing and complain about everything, you're going to be the next bum and loser that sits around and complains about everything. So be very careful who you spend your time with. This is why when people get on a journey to do something, whether that be to fix their credit or to make money or to level up in their career or to get fit or whatever it happens to be that's your goal, get a new certification, get a new degree, whatever it happens to be, this is why all of a sudden, all these other things just start to fall away. And you just start to listen to people that are going to confirm what's already going on in your head. So if you're trying to get marketing success, you're going to spend a lot of time listening to Gary Vaynerchuk podcasts, and this kind of stuff is going to be in your head all the time. You're trying to get in shape. You're going to follow people that are in shape, that are talking about how they diet, how they exercise, what kind of supplements they use, how much they sleep, what kind of positive mindset they need to have. If you're trying to make money and get into finance or day trade, you're going to listen to a lot of that type of content, and then you're going to start to gravitate to those type of people. And all of a sudden, the people that don't fit into that new version of yourself that you're going to be pursuing, they're going to fall away and go to the sides, guys. And so it becomes this thing where you're not excluding people in your life. You might still love them. You might still care about them, but they're not going to be the center of your access. They're not going to be the 5 people that you spend the most time with anymore, because they're not going to be working towards the same goal as you. And the other thing that you have to remember, if you're working towards a goal and you're trying to better yourself in your life, is that it's your goal. So other people aren't going to understand it, but if they really love and care about you, they're going to respect it and support you anyway. As long as it's something that is healthy and that is good for you and makes you happy, if people really love you, they're going to support you. And when you start to level up, you'll see people fall away. You'll think you are really close to somebody, and all of a sudden, they won't want to talk to you very much anymore. And chances are you won't even be able to get a story out of them as to why they don't like you anymore or why they don't want to spend time with you anymore. But the truth will come out if you are actually able to have that conversation with them, where they'd be like, well, you know, they're off doing their own thing, or they think they're all that, or whatever it happens to be. But to be able to work through problems and to be able to level up is difficult in life. It's a struggle, guys. And those people that are really meant to be in your life will be there at the end, and it probably won't be the same set of people that you started with. There'll be 1 or 2 of them, but the other 3 to 5 that are the big people in your life, they're probably going to change. So I want to know from you guys. I want to know what's been your experience when it comes to leveling things up in your life and making change to better yourself. What kind of things have you experienced in the past? Chances are the things that I mentioned are the same thing that you guys have probably experienced before, and your circle gets smaller and smaller the more driven and successful you become. So let me know if you guys have the same experience, or what other weird things have happened to you after you've been chasing after your goals in life.